Hello friends, my name is Sanjay Singh and welcome to my YouTube channel, Roaming and Wheels. There are several places on this planet which are not only mesmerizing but gives an out-of-the-world experience and impression. As if we are not on Earth but somewhere in another planet in any other galaxy. Today I am going to talk about 17 of those mesmerizing places which in their own sense, gives you an out-of-the-world feeling. So buckle up for the journey. Batu Caves, Malaysia. Batu Caves is a limestone hill that has a series of caves and cave temples in Gombak, Selangor, Malaysia. It takes its name from the Malay word batu, meaning rock. The limestone forming Batu Caves is said to be around 400 million years old. Some of the cave entrances were used as shelters by the indigenous Temoyan people, a tribe of Orang Asli. Salar de Uyuni, or Salar de Tunyapa, is in the Daniel Campos province in Potosi in southwest Bolivia, near the crest of the Andes at an elevation of 3,656 meters above sea level. Measuring at 10,582 kilometers, Salar de Uyuni is the biggest salt flat in the world. At times the salt flat is covered in very clear water, making it the largest natural mirror in the world. An estimated 11 billion tons of salt is believed to be within Salar de Uyuni. Even NASA uses Salar de Uyuni to figure out the positioning of their satellites. Chocolate Hills, Philippines. The Chocolate Hills are a geological formation in the Bohol province of the Philippines. There are as many as 1,776 hills spread over an area of more than 50 square kilometers. They are covered in green grass that turns brown during the dry season, hence the name Chocolate Hills. According to one legend, the hills are the result of a battle between two fierce giants who were throwing stones on one another, but without any results. Tired of fighting, they reconciled and left the island as the best friends, leaving the rocks where it fell. Another tragic story is that a giant named Arago was greatly in love with the mortal Alo, so he decided to kidnap her. She refused, after which she got sick and died, and the Chocolate Hills are the tears that Arago cried. When his tears dried, the Chocolate Hills were formed. Batra Waterfalls, Lebanon, located 76 kilometers from Baruch. Henri Coffey, a speleologist from France, was the first Westerner to discover the existence of Batra Waterfall, in 1952. Three naturally formed rock bridges partially obscure the view of Batra Waterfall. Once at the bottom of the chasm, the water from the Batra Waterfall travels underground in streams which feed into an underground lake. Batra Waterfall is most active during snow melts, which takes place from March to April, and the falls can cease running during other parts of the year. Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Eye of Africa, is a prominent circular feature in the Sahara's Adrar Plateau, near Uedan, west-central Mauritania, northwest Africa. It is an eroded dome, 40 kilometers in diameter, exposing sedimentary rock in layers which appear as concentric rings. For a while, scientists did think that the Eye of the Sahara was an impact crater. But they didn't find enough melted rocks to confirm their assumption. Current theory by scientists suggests that ice formation began more than 100 million years ago, as the supercontinent Pangaea was ripped apart by tectonic plates and what are now Africa and South America being torn away from each other. Ice Caves, Iceland. All of Iceland's ice caves are spellbinding beauties. Each one is different and every one is an incredibly precious jewel of nature. The Crystal Ice Cave has amazingly clear ice and blue ice. These caves are not always blue or white, sometimes ice can be white, grey and black. Iceland's ice caves are formed by meltwater flows and geothermal activities. You can snowmobile to a stunningly beautiful ice cave in Langjökull Glacier. The Vaja gas crater, Turkmenistan. The gas crater is located near the village of Derwaje, also known as the Vaza, which is in the middle of the Karakum Desert, about 260 kilometers north of Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan. The gas reserve found here is one of the largest in the world. The name, Door to Hell, was given to the field by the locals, referring to the fire, boiling mud, and orange flames in the large crater, which has a diameter of 70 meters. The site was identified by Soviet engineers in 1971. It was originally thought to be a substantial oil field site. The engineers set up a drilling rig and operations to assess the quantity of oil available at the site. Soon after, the preliminary survey found a natural gas pocket. The ground beneath the drilling rig and camp collapsed into a wide crater and was buried. Expecting dangerous releases of poisonous gases from the cavern into nearby towns, the engineers considered it advisable to burn the gas off. It was estimated that the gas would burn out within a few weeks, but it has instead continued to burn for 49 years and is expected to keep on burning. Located in Tanzania, Lake Natron is a soda lake or a salt lake that can be found in Arusha region. It is a dead-end lake, which means that the lake doesn't drain into any river or sea. The principal feeder of this lake is Southern Evaso Njiro River, which originates in central Kenya. It runs 57 kilometers in length and 22 kilometers in width. The lake is known for its consistent high temperature. The average temperature of the lake is 40 degrees Celsius, but occasionally, its temperature peaks at 60 degrees Celsius. The lake is extremely salty. The alkalinity of the lake stays at an average pH level of 10.5 and is so caustic it can burn the skin and eyes of animals that aren't adapted to it. Sometimes the pH levels can reach as high as 12. It is the red pigment of the cyanobacteria that gives the characteristic red color to the open waters of the lake and orange color to the shallow water of the lake. About 2.5 million lesser flamingos, a species of flamingos, use the lake as their regular breeding ground. The lake also has large amounts of deposits of sodium carbonate that was once used for Egyptian mummification. Fly Geyser Nevada. This man-made fly geyser is a hot water geyser located near the town of Gerlach, in Nevada, United States. It is also known as Fly Ranch Geyser and Green Geyser. The yellow, green, orange and red colors of the fly geyser is due to the algae that grows on the foam, which prefers warm to hot temperatures, as well as the various minerals that are deposited. Fly Geyser began its life in 1964 after a well was drilled, in the hope that it would provide hot water for geothermal energy purposes. However, the water only reached an unsuitable temperature of 93 degrees Celsius. Soon after, the well was either sealed or left open. In 1964, water escaped from the ground and has continued over many years since then, and the leaving mineral deposits formed a mound known as Fly Geyser. This fly geyser reached a height of approximately 1.5 meters and spread 3.7 meters in width in 2014. However, the geyser keeps growing in size due to the minerals that exist in the water. As of 2014, Fly Geyser was located on private land at Fly Ranch, and as a result could not be visited directly without private permission from the owner, who, from 1998, was the Jaksik family, although the geyser can be viewed from the fence line. Firefalls in Yosemite National Park, USA. 26 years before it was a national park, President Lincoln signed the Yosemite Land Grant on 30 June 1864, protecting the Mariposa Grove and Yosemite Valley. It was the first time the government protected land because of its natural beauty so that people could enjoy it. Yosemite's granite rock formations glow like fire at sunset. Sunlight plays amazing tricks at Yosemite, illuminating El Capitan and Half Dome in brilliant reds and oranges. Horsetail Fall is famous for appearing to be on fire when it reflects the orange glow of sunset in mid to late February. It's a spectacular sight reminiscent of Yosemite's historic firefall, which occurred nightly until 1968, when hotel operators would push campfire embers over Glacier Point to wow park goers. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale, meaning Cotton Castle, in Turkish, is a natural site in Denizli in southwestern Turkey. It is located in Turkey's Inner Aegean region, in the river Mendes Valley. This area has been drawing the weary to its thermal springs since the time of classical antiquity. The Turkish name refers to the surface of the shimmering, snow-white limestone, shaped over millennia by calcium-rich springs. Dripping slowly down the vast mountainside, mineral-rich waters foam and collect in terraces, spilling over cascades of stalactites into milky pools below. Legend has it that the formations are solidified cotton, the area's principal crop, that giants left out to dry. Savinafellsjökull is an outlet glacier of Vatnajökull, the largest ice cap in Europe. It is one of the country's most popular places for glacier hiking due to its incredible formations and excellent views. Here the ice breaking apart and forming hundreds of cracks and stacks of an endless formation. It is always a mild attack on your imagination, as you just can't avoid strange thoughts when in proximity with this demolishing part of nature. The beauty of this amazing landscape, so bright and clean but yet so powerful. You can hear the movement and all the spooky sounds, although you can't see the movement here. Underwater waterfalls, Mauritius. Mauritius is a relatively youthful island compared to much of the world, and was formed around 8 million years ago. To put that into context, Earth itself is 500 times as old, at around 4.6 billion years. Volcanic activity under the ocean was the cause of the island's formation along with other islands. Located at the southwestern tip of the island, you will find a fascinating illusion. When viewed from above, a runoff of sand and silt deposits creates the impression of an underwater waterfall. Wadi Rum Jordan. Wadi Rum, also known as the Valley of the Moon, is a valley cut into the sandstone and granite rock in southern Jordan, 60 kilometers to the east of Aqaba. It is the largest wadi in Jordan. Wadi Rum has been inhabited by many human cultures since prehistoric times, with many cultures including the Nubtians leaving their mark in the form of rock paintings, graffiti, and temples. Film shorts of Wadi Rum in Lawrence of Arabia from 1962 kickstarted Jordan's tourism industry. Also the famous movie, The Martian, scenes were shot here to depict the Mars deserts. Black Sand Beach, Iceland. Reynisdrunga are basalt sea stacks situated under the mountain Reynisfjall near the village Wick I Middle, southern Iceland, which is framed by a black sand beach that was ranked in 1991 as one of the 10 most beautiful non-tropical beaches in the world. Legend says that the stacks originated when two trolls dragged a 3-masted ship to land unsuccessfully, and when daylight broke they became needles of rock. Contemporary legends note the story of a husband who found his wife taken by the two trolls, frozen at night. The husband made the two trolls swear to never kill anyone ever again. His wife was the love of his life, whose free spirit he was unable to provide a home for. She found her fate out among the trolls, rocks, and sea at Reynisfjall. The movie, Star Wars, Rogue One's initial parts were shot here. Drungaya Dangsha Mountains, China. The Drungai National Geopark is located in Sunan and Linz counties within the prefecture-level city of Drungai, in Gansu, China. It covers an area of 322 square kilometers. Known for its colorful rock formations, it has been voted by Chinese media outlets as one of the most beautiful landforms in China. Drungai Dangsha is known for the unusual colors of the rocks, which are smooth, sharp, and several hundred meters tall. They are the result of deposits of sandstone and other minerals that occurred over 24 million years. The result, similar to a layer cake, was tilted by the action of the same tectonic plates responsible for creating parts of the Himalayan mountains. Wind, rain, and time then sculpted extraordinary shapes, including towers, pillars, and ravines, with varying colors, patterns, and sizes. Wadu, Divehi, is one of the inhabited islands of Ra Atoll, Maldives. The island is 140.6 kilometers north of the country's capital, Male. Wadu Island is famous for the Sea of Stars. This marine bioluminescence is generated by phytoplankton known as dinoflagellates. These aquatic microbes are bioluminescent in nature and radiate a vibrant blue light under sea. The view will give an impression that stars are coming down to grace the ocean with their presence. One can also go for a swim in the water or just walk along the beach and leave your glowing footprint behind only to be washed away by seawater later. Please leave your comment and suggestions and places on which you want me to make videos. And please do subscribe to my channel.